Hello, my name is Nannette Ripmeester and I will be talking to you about employability and how to use those employability skills that you've learned in your Erasmus Plus experience and how to maximize that experience. I'm a global labor mobility expert and I work for an organization called Expertise in Labor Mobility, and I'm the founder of an employability app called careerprofessor.works. What's important to realize that going abroad in itself is not going to gain you anything, and it's also not enough to sell that to an employer. What you have to be able is to articulate the things you've learned while being on that Erasmus Plus experience. If you're an Erasmus Plus student, it's really important that you're able to articulate on the experience. What have you gone through while going abroad? And what can help you in reflecting on that experience is the STAR method. The S stands for situation, where you describe the situation. The T stands for the task at hand. What have you been doing? And then A, the most important one, is the action. What is the action that you took based on the S and the T? And then it ends in the R, the result. But in fact, most people think that the result is the most important one. But for an employer, it's more important to know what the action was that you took. So focus on that A, on that action. What's important is to take your acquired skills and turn them into examples so people recognize what you've been doing. Think about situations where you had to use your creative thinking, your intercultural skills, and turn them into stories. And now use them in your CV, in your LinkedIn profile, in the answers to a job interview. Take the examples and make them come to life for an employer. Job searching in Europe is not one size fits all. You have to really recreate your CV each time that you apply for a job. Every country has their own specifics. So make sure you pay attention to content and to format. For instance, if we look at content, some countries like to see a picture, where others do not want to see a picture. Sometimes you start with your educational experiences, sometimes with your work experiences. Do you include hobbies or not? How do you showcase what languages do you speak? Do you put that in numbers? Or do you work with a more graphical style? This really differs per country what works. So the message is, if you want to be successful translating your Erasmus Plus experience into a good job hunt, make sure that you bring in all the cultural differences in the European countries. Make sure that if you want to turn your Erasmus Plus experience into a successful job hunt, you pay attention to the sector, to the job itself, to the organization, and to the country involved. I hope that this information has helped you to turn your experience into a successful application. Good luck with looking for work in Europe.